Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I'm going to kind of give it a few minutes to let everybody get in here. But today I am cleaning up this mess of a sewing room, and I do this every couple of projects and things like that. So that is what we're going to do today. I don't know what is in that thing. But yeah. Hello everyone who is coming in. Just getting started here. I am going to be cleaning my sewing room. Hi, Scorpion. Yeah, seeing as I didn't get to upload a video on Friday, I decided that I would kind of stream today. I just didn't really have a ton to make a video on, and I didn't want to really just ramble again. But I really need to clean up my sewing room, and I figured it'd give me something to do while I did that because it's a little bit of a mess. And I kind of I do this thing where I'll sew several projects while it's and it'll get messy, and then I'll clean it up really nice and neat for a few days. And it's a whole little cycle that we go through. But yeah, so I've got patterns all over the floor that I have to fold and put away with the right pattern. And I figured I'd see how you guys were. So yesterday we actually went and got on our own phone plan. We've been on my in-laws' phone plan for a while. I've been on there for the last 4 years. They're moving out of state, so they're trying to kind of get all of us kids off of their plans. So we went and got a new phone plan, and all that. Let's see. Glad to see you back. You're so cool. And guess what? Tell me, Scorpion, what's up? But by all means, guys, ask questions or anything. I didn't have a particular topic to talk about today. I might get into a little bit of stuff here in a bit if we get more people, but we'll see. So I'm debating if I'm going to do a live or a video about it, actually. So we'll see how that goes here. And I forgot a few things. Dang it. Oh, well. So, yep, cleaning up my mess, and the cat is ever present in the sewing room. He absolutely loves my sewing room. I try to get him to sleep on his bed next to me, but no, he'd rather be up there on the fabrics or in my patterns making a mess. They're all bent up because of him. Right, buddy? You make a mess? Do you see yourself on there? He sees himself. He's looking at it weird. Oh, man, that's funny. But, yeah, so things have been going pretty good around here. We're finally through. I think that I might be a father again. Wow. Congratulations. And Mommy bought me brand new diapers from Tykables. Oh, Tykables diapers are awesome. I'm actually in a Tykables overnight right now. However, Tykables is out of stock at the moment. So when it came time for my order, they're always out of stock. It drives me crazy with these diaper companies. I don't quite understand why none of them have a constant supply. I don't know if it's because they all use the same manufacturer and it takes time to do each one. I'm not sure. Either way, it's really freaking annoying for those of us who are incontinent and actually need diapers to have everybody be out of stock all the time. It's really annoying, and that's a broken pin, so that one needs to go in the garbage. For those of us who are incontinent, a lot of the medical brands are just not anywhere near as good as the AB brands, regardless of the prints or anything. Hands down, even if I was not AB, hands down, the AB diapers are better because they actually focus on the usability of them. And it just drives me crazy that none of these medical brands can be up to snuff. And it's really annoying. If they actually listen to their customers once in a while, and not just nursing homes, to what nursing homes want, because I tell you, they'd have a lot better, they'd be off a lot better off. But yeah, so I guess we'll talk a little bit kind of what's going on lately with me. I was kind of seeing if a few more people would come in. Yeah, it's annoying, and it's frustrating not having, I'm mostly urinary incontinent, but I have weak bowel muscles, so I have to pay really close attention to my need to go to the bathroom. I have a lot of bowel accidents and all that stuff, but yeah. So in the last couple of weeks, as many of you saw, my sewing machine completely died on me. It didn't want to sew properly, didn't want to hold tension, anything like that. So I actually got a new sewing machine, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. And I researched what ones I was going to get, and I was actually pretty set on the sewing machine I was going to get. I was going to get a cheap Viking, cheap by $550, but I was going to get a Viking and go with that one and all that, and then I realized it didn't have two key features I wanted, and that is the ability to monogram, to freehand monogram, which is something like this. This was just me testing it out. By no means is it any good, but this was just me testing it out a little bit. And then an automatic thread cutter. Thank you, Scorpion. I'm actually due for a haircut here pretty quick. It's getting super duper long, and so it's actually time for a haircut, and I'm actually going to go quite drastically different. Hang on, what is he saying? By the way, I got a new phone. I got an iPhone 8 Plus, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how I got an iPhone this time because I wanted to see the video quality difference. And so far, I'm liking it. I've had an iPhone before, but it's been years, but anyway. So yeah, haircut's going to be different. I'm probably going to go more of a crew cut and have the top a little bit longer. The sides are going to be super short because literally this was like almost an inch shorter when I got it cut. And it's only been like a month to a month and a half, and it's growing like crazy. So I tend to go a little shorter so that I don't have to get it cut as often. My hair grows like mad, and it's kind of annoying because my haircut doesn't stay looking great for very long at all. But anyway, so sewing machine broke, got a new one, and I'll actually go ahead and show you my baby because she's gorgeous. But I got a Singer Quantum, and this thing does everything I want it to. It's gorgeous. It sews through fantastic layers of denim and everything. It's just, it's gorgeous, and I love it. I'm literally finding myself like, okay, what can I do with my scraps so that I can sew today? So I'm really, really enjoying it. Hey, go for it. I've been watching you for a long time to the point you're like family. Oh, thank you. And that's the thing is like, I may not comment very often. I may not reply to comments very often, but I do, like those of you who have stuck around, I do recognize, and wow, it's really bright. Holy crap. See if I can change the lighting at all. But I do know who you, like I do recognize your names, and I do follow, what you guys say, and I just don't always have the right words to reply back. But yeah, and I'm kind of with myself, like I'm not exactly like transgender or anything like that, but I lean very much in the middle of everything where I'm not particularly guy or girl, I guess. So it's kind of non-binary, but not really. I'm more like a woman that dresses like a man type thing, and likes my hair like a guy and stuff like that. So it's kind of an in-between thing, but I'm kind of learning to accept that, I guess. Like, hey, if I want to look a certain way, then who gives a shit? And so that's kind of how it's going. But so the last few weeks have been really hard. I'm not even sure if I posted a video of it or not, but hi, buddy. The last few weeks have been kind of hard on me emotionally and mentally. Just kind of questioning a lot of stuff. And figuring where my place is in life and things like that. And like, I've been struggling a lot with feeling like I am worth it to my family, or at least my household, because of all the disabilities and the inability to do certain things. It's just like it's been kind of hard for me to figure all that out and to figure out what my place in the family is. On here with his name, yeah. But and so it's led to a lot of depression, a lot of tears, and a lot of anxiety. And there was a night, honestly, I should look and see if I've posted a video about it. I don't think I did yet. There ended up being a night where we were having a talk, and in our household, we have 3 people. So there's me, my boyfriend, and the other person is a girl. I'm not really going to say her name or anything like that on here because she just doesn't particularly enjoy being either filmed or anything like that. But so I've had some struggles personally, and so it's like, I don't know, it's just been really questioning it, even questioning the fact of my little side. And I wrote a note from my little side, and Andrew made me delete it because he's like, it's not true, this is not what's going to happen. And so I've just been really questioning my life a bit, and whether what I do is worth it, whether I'm worth it. It's just like, I just really didn't know where to go from here. And like, I was just like, you two be happy, I'll go away, I'm too much of a burden. And it just was so depressing and so upsetting, and I just didn't know where to go. And we ended up with a night where I was just upstairs just sobbing and ready to just be like, dude, I'm done with this little thing. It causes too much trouble. I'm too much of a burden to people with it. And just gonna ignore it altogether. And I was crying, and they came up and talked to me through it. And, it was a really rough night. And I've still had some nights like that. And it just goes back and forth kind of, and it's not really fun to deal with. So it's just been a constant up and down hill with me on my emotions. And I think I'm starting to level out a little bit with that. I think I'm starting to figure out my place in this family, and that I am actually wanted and loved. And a lot of this, I grew up as a middle child. We had 5 kids. I was number 3. And having 5 kids in general is a lot of kids. And I don't resent my mother one bit at all. But there would be situations in my life where growing up, I was literally the only kid in our town or in our neighborhood my age. All 4 of my siblings had kids that were almost exactly their ages, and I was alone. And because I was in the middle, I would try to play with the younger set of kids, and it would just be like, no, you're too big, go play with the big kids. And I'd go play with the big kids, and they'd be like, no, you're too little, go play with the little kids. And then I'd end up being so frustrated that I'd just go in the house and be by myself all the time. And little things like that happened throughout my life. And it's kind of created, I am learning, it has kind of created over the years a sense of I am not really worth it to anyone. And so, sorry, Andrew is telegramming me right now, but so it rears its ugly head every now and then and sends me into this not suicidal state exactly, but a state of where everybody would just be better off if I crawled under a rock and left the world alone. But I know for a fact that that's not true. My mom and I are super duper close now. Growing up, I was a bit of a daddy's girl. Things happened with the illness and whatnot, and now I'm very, very close with my mother, and I don't even speak to my father. And so my mom and I are super duper close. I practically worship the ground she walks on. We just get along so great now, and I am so thankful for that. So I know that what I think in my head isn't true, and Andrew and I have been friends for over 6 years. We've been together for almost 5. September 1st will be 5 years we've been actually together, consistently. And so I know for a fact that if I wasn't worth it, we wouldn't be in this situation. We wouldn't be 5 years down the road and as strong as ever. But my brain says things differently. It's like, no, you're not. You're disabled. You can barely walk. You can't work. You have seizures. You have anxiety issues, and it's just like it compiles in my brain, and it's just like I'm not worth the trouble to people. And I don't know what went on here. There it goes. So it comes and goes with that. Right now, I'm in a pretty steady state of knowing that I am worth it to my family and my household unit, and also extended family. But it's just been a real struggle lately, and I've had to kind of work with that, and it's taken a lot of work and tears. And thank you, Scorpion. It's, and I know, like, especially with my YouTube following and all that, I know, like, that I'm doing something important for you all. I get messages on almost a daily basis saying, hey, don't stop. You've changed my life completely. And I know in that aspect, like, knowledge-wise, I know that. And that's my goal, is to just touch one person's life, to help them, to touch one person. If I have done that, then I can be happy. But at the same time, it's like, this is honestly I guess it's kind of a purge cycle where if you're an AB, you go through binge and purge cycles sometimes and stuff. So I guess this is really my first true, like, purge cycle. And it's not even because it's like this is stupid, this is wrong type thing. It's more of a self-doubt and self-deprecating type thing. And it's almost like a suicide thing, but at the same time, I would never do that, because I know I've had people in my life promise me that they would never do that, and therefore I can never do that to them, because no matter what I think, they would be heartbroken. No matter how I feel, I cannot do that to my family. And so that's not something that really goes through my mind, but I'm more of like I'm going to crawl under a rock. I'm just going to disappear from all your lives, and just boom, everything's better for y'all. Financially we'd be better, emotionally, all that. And it's just this cycle that goes on in my head. And I'm trying to work through that, because it's not fun. I don't enjoy it. It usually ends up stemming from who knows what. But yeah. So that's kind of what the last few weeks have been, and that's kind of why I haven't posted many videos. I always am like hiding it and showing that I'm happy, but really I'm having a really hard time. But yeah, so this pattern is humongous, by the way. This is my PJ pattern, my footed pajama pattern. I have all my patterns. I actually usually trace all my patterns that I really, really like. Or that I use a lot. I end up tracing them onto, let's see if I have a piece of it right here. I trace them onto this lightweight but sturdy, it's kind of like interfacing / tissue paper. And so I don't know why, every time someone posts a message, my chat disappears for a second. Yes, you have changed my life so much with your YouTube videos and made me realize things are better and that I can get through life with the disorders that affect me. Scorpion, I've been at this for so long with the medical stuff. 6'7"? Holy crap. It's possible that I could do it. If I had your measurements, I could kind of figure it out. The thing about my pattern is it's really customizable. Like I can lengthen the legs, I can lengthen the waist and hips, or not like, but that's, and I can make the feet bigger within reason. I had someone who I had to lengthen it like 8 inches. So it is possible so long as I have all the measurements. If you message me on Etsy with your measurements, like I would need like waist hip measurement to see if I can even fit it on, if it would work on this pattern. I would need height. I would need from in the back from the neck to the middle of crotch. I would need arm length. I would need inseam measurement, things like that. If you could message me that, I may be able to figure it out for you. To see if like width wise I have it. Otherwise I'm learning how to adjust patterns for like any size. So it is possible. So I would definitely contact me. It might cost a little more than what you see my stuff listed for, just because of the amount of fabric that I would need and the time it would take, but definitely check them out. And if you fit in a size and you just need the length altered, that I can do no problem. But yeah, same thing with onesies too. Like I can adjust the length of pretty much anything. Okay, I found a pattern piece that I need to put away in the right pattern. But yeah, like I have little pattern pieces everywhere. This is a foot for my sleeper, and I hate feet on things, so I don't use it for mine, but yeah. I'm actually hungry. I'm trying to lose some weight because I need to lose about 100 pounds to be a kind of a healthy weight for me. I would take even losing 50 at this point, but I'd rather lose 100. And part of my issue is I don't actually eat that much. I really don't. I eat like part of a meal, or I'll eat like something at like noon, and then I will eat something for dinner. And I might have a snack or something later on. But why did that disappear? This chat is being really weird. There we go. Okay. And my issue with the reason I don't lose weight, number one, is I'm not incredibly active, which I'm working on. In the summer, I'm more active because we have swimming. But I just don't, like, the part of the problem is I don't eat enough, so my body stores my fat. And so I'm trying to get into the habit of eating something in the morning because I usually just get up, drink coffee, and I'm good for until like 2-3 o'clock. Sometimes dinner. Yesterday, I didn't eat until almost 7 or 8 o'clock at night. That's bad for losing weight. But lately, if my cat wakes me up early to eat, which he usually wakes me up, he usually wakes me up around when everybody leaves for work. Sometimes he'll wake me up when my boyfriend leaves for work, which is at like 6 o'clock in the morning, which is what I'd like him to do, is eat at 6, eat at 12, eat at 6, eat at 12, or right before I go to bed. That's how he works best with his eating. So this morning he woke me up at about 6:30. So I came downstairs, fed him, and I ate something so that it's starting to stimulate my metabolism and get me actually hungry so that I know, okay, I need to go eat, because I just won't eat. And it's not helping my weight gain at all because I store fat instead of use it. And it's driving me nuts. I'm not much of an eater in general. Like, I'll eat a big meal once a day if I have to. I need to be eating several meals throughout the day that are of smaller portions because of the way my digestion is. But I tend to not do that. So yeah, that's where my problem is. Okay, so I saw your comment, Scorpion, so I'm going to read it here. See, I have had seizures and epilepsy since 2012, been incontinent since 2009, and I have other medical problems. Yeah, I've had seizures since, let's see, I want to say May of 2014? May of 2014, I think. well, literally like May 31st, so kind of June. And they've been getting better. I don't have epilepsy, thankfully, except for sometimes that would make life easier just based on how people deal with you. But I am thankful that I don't have to be on the epileptic anticonvulsant medications. So that I am thankful for. They turned me into a blob. I was on them for about 6 months, and they have honestly, I believe that they kind of killed some brain cells, because there are things that I am just not, why is that texting me those? I don't know. There are just things I cannot do anymore since those meds that I used to, such as reading. I used to be an avid reader. I could sit down for hours with a book and read half a book in a sitting. But now, since those medications, I can't. I just like zone out on one sentence and cannot move and cannot process what I'm reading. Hello, everyone that's come in. We just got a pretty good jump in viewers. Nice to see you guys. You'll probably want to catch the beginning of this or something before you guys all got in here, because that's kind of when we did talking about a subject that's been affecting me. Just to recap for those of you who just joined, I've had a pretty rough couple of weeks emotionally and mentally, with feeling very unworth it in my family. And I'm talking household mainly. I know with my mother and stuff I'm worth it, but it's just been a lot of depression and anxiety and tears and struggles. So definitely, once this is up on the channel, check it out from, the beginning. Hello. Good morning, evening, or afternoon. It is about almost 2 o'clock here. It's 1:41 right now, p.m. And we are just kind of chatting and cleaning up my sewing room as we go. I'm not making a huge amount of progress, but that's okay. Just so long as I can get the general, I don't know if you guys can even see this is the main pile I'm working on right here. Because that's where I just throw all my scraps. But so I'll show you guys a little bit of what I've been doing lately as an example. This is one of the fabrics I've used recently. For a 2-piece pajama set, and I will be posting pictures of it up on my Etsy pretty soon. As I get orders for different things, I post the pictures on there. Hope it is getting better. Just with a lot of support from my family and everything, it's getting there. And it'll all be okay. 7:41 here in the UK. Have fun with that. I really want to go swimming really bad, but I know it's going to be a late night for everybody. Andrew works till who knows when today. It could be a long day. It could be a short day. My other roommate works till 7 p.m. So, yeah, I probably won't get to go swimming because we have to go out to the lake right now because our pool is down. So the lake is about half hour away, and it technically closes at 10, I guess. I don't know. I've never seen them actually close it, but we don't usually stay till 10. But we do like to go in the evening, especially because that's when because it is also a campground over there. So that's when all the kids are starting to go home and go to bed and or go back to their campers or whatever. And we can have pretty much the whole entire beach to ourselves. And it's amazing. It just makes for a very calm night. Oh my gosh, I have so many sewing projects cut out right now. These are all hats that I have here. I've got, let's see if it'll show it. There we go. There's one. Got a brown one and a red one that I'm going to work on. And I actually have a Doctor Who themed hat for my mother-in-law. I have this hat here too. This is an awesome hat. I wish it fit. This was just a sample pattern. Here it is, the high is said to be about 93 Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what it is there, but the heat index is usually making that over 100. But yeah. No, but I made this hat, tested out this pattern because I'm like, well, I have a small head. My hair doesn't make it look like that, but I have a very small head. I can usually fit into kids' hats. But this pattern was made for a child of about 5, and it said it fits a 20-inch head. So at first I cut it a little bit bigger to kind of see, okay, maybe just making it a little bit bigger, it'll fit my head. But I had to take it in about an inch, and I've got like huge amount of space left. Like the hat is supposed to be like this, the brim is supposed to be curved. I didn't sew this right because it was just testing the pattern, but it's like, it's way too big for me, way too big. So it's kind of a junk one, and I only made that one because I couldn't find my pattern for this. So yeah, but that's that. Now I have the pattern traced and all. It's great, Dave. Yeah, it's hot as heck here. My family is from up north, so they all live in like New York and Michigan. And when I told my mom what the heat index has been the last few weeks, she is like, hell no. And that's funny. She's like, I could never do that temperature. And I'm like, well, a lot of us stay inside, not all summer, but we spend a lot of time in the house because it's just so hot outside. But yeah. Thank you for being a big part of my life. You're welcome, Scorpion. You're welcome. I'm just glad I could help someone. Snitch, can we use this piece for anything? So basically, I'm also going through and saying, okay, what can we use this piece for? Like if this was a complete octagon right here, I would probably cut it out and save it for a patch for something, like a applique. But because it's not, there's really no point to it. So I just sit here, go through my scraps. I have been the type of person that like hoards my scraps. Like if they're big at all, if there's anything, I hoard them. But I am getting to the point where my scraps are overtaking everything. So I've got to weed out the scraps. And you want to play with everything. This is his favorite part. He likes to play with all my stuff. Yeah. You're a playful kitty. No, you don't need that. Nope. You live in, that is funny. I used to live in Grand Rapids when I was a kid, between the age of 1 and 12. Yeah, I've got a bag of, this is my bag of scraps and garbage that I've been collecting over the last week or so. So yeah, it's just, I have to weed out what I do. So here's an example of something my new machine does. It can do patches. And this was just me testing out actually appliquing and stuff. That was fun. I enjoyed it. But okay, here's a bag I was looking for. But like I've got a bunch of patches I've had saved for years. I've got this one. I've got some dinosaurs, or not some dragons and stuff. Like I've got a bunch of patches that I've just been hoarding for years, and I really should probably figure something to do with them. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to my my sewing stuff. Make a quilt if that's still a thing. Yeah, it is a thing, but I'm not much of a quilter. I have quilted in the past. I've made some gorgeous quilts, and I can do it. But I'm the type of person where I want my quilts to have a theme. Now, if someone were to say, just make me a scrap quilt for a kid, I'd have plenty of stuff for that. But I want my quilt to be a certain thing. So I do save the big pieces that can actually be something. Some of the little ones I save for things like binky clips and things like that. So it varies on the fabric, the type of fabric, and what I will save it for, and if I'll save it at all. But yeah. Okay. So currently I've got projects coming out my ears for my mother-in-law because she's getting ready to move. So she's trying to get all my stuff in there. Help, maybe one day I can travel and meet people like you. Yeah, maybe someday I'll get famous enough on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I would love to at some point have the ability to do a meetup with my followers. That would just be amazing. Like this piece. This is big enough for something, so I saved this. I could even probably get a hood out of it if I wanted to. And I have like all my fabrics separated. Like I have my diaper fabrics in one bin and my miscellaneous fabrics in another, like fleeces and things like that in one. And then up on top is like general knits and cottons and things like that. This needs to stay in a different spot though, because that's a very, very often used fabric. So. And then I just end up filling up bags and leaving them up here because I can't carry everything out to the garbage because number one, it's really hot and it affects my asthma. And number two, it hurts my back. Hoarding fries my noodles. Keep having to declutter, drives my friends nuts. And I will tell them if you haven't used it for 6 months, bin it. Yep. I'm kind of the same way. I am actually I have the least amount of stuff when it comes to our household. Like if you're in this room and you're looking around, you're like, wow, you have a crap ton. But really, my closet in my bedroom has like 7 things hanging up. The rest is all folded in my drawers. And even then, like I have like 2 pairs of jeans, 2 pairs of shorts, and then I have PJ pants. And that's like all I have. I have like few shirts like this. Like t-shirts and things, but it's like I have almost nothing. And a lot of it is stuff that I have had for years and it's time to retire because they're starting to get really worn out, really faded and pilled and ick. But I'm not the one that my boyfriend, you ought to see, he probably has about 5 or 6 times the clothing I have. I'm the girl. I should have more, but no, I'm more of a minimalist when it comes to my clothing. I want like a couple of pairs of pants that I wear out, and I don't care what I wear in the house mostly, so that is fine. I'll wear those till they die. This pair of pants I'm wearing currently has holes in the pockets and all this stuff, but I will wear the same stuff for years, and it's kind of the point now where it's like, okay, I have worn this stuff so long that it's dying. I need new clothing. So my plan is to go through and make some stuff. Make some pants that are going out pants. Make some pants that are at home pants. Make some PJ pants. Make a few shirts that are for in or out of the house. Make some more onesies. Make some more PJs. Like I'm going to basically sew my own wardrobe because I have such a hard time finding clothing as it is because of the way my body is. I have to wear certain things and it has to fit a certain way. So wearing jeans that I buy at the store is a pain in the butt. It hurts so bad. And I'm so uncomfortable in them. So I'm like, I'm going to make my pants. So minimal but useful. Wear it till it can't be worn totally. Yep. Yeah. That's the thing. Like my boyfriend, he hasn't bought clothes in forever, but he also has work uniforms. So not uniforms per se, but he has like specific things for work. His pants are the things that we have to buy on a fairly regular basis because he destroys them at work, which is fine. He's working hard. I don't care. But like he has shirts that he's had since he was like 12 that he don't fit him, but he won't get rid of. So that's where a lot of the thing comes in. We did actually go through his clothing once our roommate moved in and we were moving to this place. We went through his clothing and are like, are you going to wear it? Does it fit you? Do you want to keep it to do a commemorative quilt someday? And basically we weeded down his wardrobe so far, but it's still so big. Like if I had that amount of clothing, I wouldn't even fit in my room because I have the small room because I have my crib up there and everything. And I sleep separately because of my crazy issues. My sleeping issues are just, and those two snore like mad. I apparently snore too, but because I fall asleep last, I hear all the snoring and I can't fall asleep. Ex-bus driver used to live in my uniform, not literally, but felt like it. Yeah. Like my boyfriend just has to basically it's not even a rule really. It's just kind of, they have game uniforms. They have certain things they have to wear when they are working games. So they have a specific shirt that they only wear for those. He has a couple of nice khakis because he has to wear khakis. But for work, unless it's an event, he can wear, like he has to, if he's going to have anything like branded showing, it has to be something like Adidas and stuff like that because that's who sponsors the college where he works. So he And like he usually wears like something that he gets from Adidas because he has a clothing allowance. He'll usually do that. Otherwise, he wears like a red and blue shirt. They do offer them, like, they do give them shirts for like day-to-day work, but he's destroyed those. And they really don't care, so it's not really a big deal. He's kind of allowed to wear whatever he wants at this point, but he still has work clothes and home clothes, and he wears a certain size for going out. He wears his normal size. He's usually a medium. But his PJ shirts are usually like larges and extra larges. And it's just like, oh. See, I wear everything. I wear this for bed. I wear this for going out. I wear this at home. It's just, that's how I am. It's the same size. Boom, boom, boom. So it's frustrating and it's hilarious. It cracks me up sometimes. But, you know, and then his parents are moving. So his dad's giving him a lot of clothes and things like that. I'm like, he needs more clothes. Like he needs a hole in the head. You know. But if it's stuff he's going to use, it's been in the family for years then. All right, Scorpion, see you later. Thank you for joining in. He probably already left, but yeah. So, but yeah, it's kind of just been life's crazy, guys. So, disability update here for y'all. Been so hot, just a vest, short onesie at the moment. Yeah. I run around in a t-shirt and diaper all the time. I don't have very many onesies right now, so I tend to, oh, you're still here. Okay. I tend to I don't have very many onesies. I have like 3 from Onesies Down Under, but I like to save those and not use them when I'm just laying around the house because I don't want to destroy them because they are expensive. So, well, not expensive compared to mine. Onesies Down Under is cheap, but mine are fantastic though. I love mine. So I have a lot of winter ones that are mine that I've made for myself. I just hope that I'm hoping to make a few more because I would like to wear more onesies because when I go out, my shirts are constantly riding up and everyone's like, pull your shirt down, pull your shirt down. And I'm like, I'm so tired of that. So I need to make some onesies. I just haven't had the money to make that. Yes, I run a business, but it's been a bit slow, so there's not like a crap ton of money coming in, you know. I think in the last 2 months I've made $300 or had like $300 of revenue. So yeah, it's been really slow since the move, but that's okay. So, but yeah, this little guy, he's been my buddy, but he's a pain in the butt. You're a pain in the butt. Yeah. He is very much on the I want to go outside kick. He has a routine. He wakes me up to eat, and then he bothers me for hours to go outside. Yeah, cost does come first, and it's frustrating. Like, I want to be able to only charge like $30 or $40 for my onesies, but when you calculate that I am putting all that time into sewing it, and I am shipping it and all that, I can't just do it for that cheap. I have to, you know, the cost of fabrics is different. Like if I were able to supply all my fabrics in bulk and wholesale right now, then yeah, I'd probably be able to cut down my cost quite a bit. But right now I have to purchase it at retail prices because I don't have the money to invest in, you know, that because I offer so many different prints. And I guess that's sometimes an issue for people, but I offer so many different prints that I can't have all those in, you know, in stock all the time in my house. There's certain diaper fabrics that are really, really popular that I actually do want to have in bulk and like make a few up and have them ready to go. Because it seems like those are like one of my most popular diaper print is my Cool Blue Flames. Like seriously, that one is made so often. Do limited editions. Yes, I know that is something I thought of, but you know, I don't know. We'll see. It's just kind of, I'm leaving my stuff how it is right now just because it's too much hassle to really change it up right now. But, you know, I did recently have to up my prices because I found that what I was charging, I was making almost nothing. Like I'd be lucky to get $5 or $6 here and there. Like for my diapers, I was getting like maybe $5. And we weren't able to really sustain, like that doesn't even cover the cost of running my Etsy shop. You know, it doesn't, so it's like, it's not, at that point, it's not worth it for me. Well, I still want to have my brand out there, but I have to come away with at least making something for the hours that I put into each project. So I've had to up my prices, and I'm sure that's part of the reason that it's kind of slowed down a bit right now. But, either way, it is what it is. If you think about it, you're getting something that is exactly customized to your specifications. Like, I go for things like arm length. It'll be what you need. Pants length. It'll be exactly fitting you, things like that. So you are getting completely customized clothing. So it's kind of like if you were to buy an item and then have to have it altered, you'd be pretty much paying the same price that I charge in the long run. I wear a leotard over my diaper. Yeah, okay, so I am overweight, therefore wearing many, many layers, no, I can't do that. It's 115 degrees here half the time, just too hot to be able to wear more than one layer. Unfortunately, I would love to have one of your onesies, but I'm also on benefits due to medical problems. Yeah. Oh, I know, right? I know. And it's something that you have to save up for, that's kind of one of my plans. If I do get onto disability, and I forgot I was going into a disability update, but if I do get on disability, when I get back pay, if I get back pay, I should, but I'm going to set aside a certain amount to put toward making clothing or purchasing clothing, whatever. It's too hot to wear it when outside. Yeah. No, disability wise. So I got my initial denial letter probably a month and a half ago or something like that. So the next step is file for a request to reconsider. That takes about 2 to 4 months. And that probably took about a month to get that filed. We're kind of in a waiting period with that right now. So we'll see where it goes. We're not going to, we're going to take this till the end, till it's no way we can't get it. But we'll see. Next step after that is probably going to a hearing, which that I'm not looking forward to, but that's where they'll get to hear my story. Anyway, back to clothing wise. So yeah, I'll wear a onesie, but it's as a t-shirt. I won't wear something I won't double layer unless I'm wearing overalls. That's different. Yeah, it sucks. The last time I was on disability, it was so cut and dry. The doctors disability could see that this was a life-changing condition. And it's, so I have all the same things I had. The only difference is I'm not currently in surgeries after surgeries after surgeries. But for some reason, they seem to focus so much right now on the seizures. And it's that's not the main point. That is one point. That's why I'm not allowed to drive. That's why I am really have a hard time working, but that's not the only reason. It's the chronic pain. It's the bowel issues. It's the incontinence. It's the this. It's the that. So it's not just the seizures. And that's where, when we get to the hearing level, I can have my mother speak for me, who's been through every step of the way with me, and saying, this is what my kid goes through every day. This is what happened. You may see her on a good day. When you guys see me is usually a good day, unless I decide to do a video to kind of show you how bad I'm doing. You guys see me on even just a good couple of hours. And that's something people don't realize sometimes with, when people are doing videos, it's oh, you're fine. No. You guys don't see what really goes on, I need to vlog for a lot of people and show them, what have you been doing to this? I need to vlog my life and be hey, this is what I go through. Here's me struggling. Last night, we had to go to the store to get cat litter, and it's we got to Walmart and there wasn't a scooter or anything. So it's okay, now I have to actually struggle to walk, and I'm in so much pain. I can't, it's so painful to walk through the stores. It hurts my back. It hurts my legs, and it's I need to be able to show that to the judges and the people who are making this determination, because it's like, it's not just about the seizures. Yes, the seizures are a big deal, but it's like, I have a separated muscle that causes a huge amount of pain in my abdomen, and it also is pulling my back, so it's pinching nerves. So I basically have a constant pinched nerve, and it's like, that affects every aspect of my life, you know? So it's just a matter of time getting them to see this and all that. But yeah. I'm working on that. I have seen my doctor. I go to her for a couple of reasons, but she's not one to work with disability and benefits. But I think there is a way that I can get it. I know in Kansas, it's not quite as easy as it was when I was in New York. When I was in New York, it was like my doctor said, okay, this, she needs this, and they gave it to me. So I have to figure that aspect of it out here in Kansas, but we definitely need one. But then again, I feel bad. It's like, okay, so I'm this 31-year-old girl, and if I use a scooter or I use a handicap space, I'm taking it from an elderly person. And then I feel bad, which just, it's a vicious cycle, guys. It really is. But I have to, but then again, I went to the store the other night, and this kind of pissed me off. This kid is the type of kid, he's this kid that walks in the store and pants hanging down to his knees, and it's like goofing off with his buddies. He hops in one of the scooters and takes off. And I'm like, granted, it's late at night, but here's me. It's like, you know what? Doing that late at night is one thing, but it's like, I'm always worried that I'm taking it from someone who actually needs it. And it made me feel both like I don't know what he's suffering with, so why should I judge him? But at the same time, you can kind of tell when you see somebody walking whether or not they really, really need it, So he was just like, I'm going to goof off and use the scooter, and he was probably, I don't know, it was just annoying. But I often feel like people think that about me too. Yeah, that's the thing, is they don't understand. But, if I don't get it, I don't know what we'll do, because I really struggle with working. Like, I can't do it. My plantar fasciitis kicks in, my seizures get worse. Allergies are becoming a problem, apparently, with working and stuff. So I don't know what'll go on. I don't know, but I will be right back, people. I got to go grab my e-cig because I forgot to bring it up with me. So I will be back in just a moment. Watch out, kitty. Oh. You're not going outside. Coming? You playing on the stairs down there? You coming up? Yeah. Run, kitty, run. All right, guys. I'm going to turn on my fan. Let me know if it makes too much noise for y'all. Nice, everybody. Yeah. Yes, my cat talks to me, literally. He says no. It's funny. His new thing is having an attitude when we go outside. So we'll go outside, We'll sit there for a little while. He's playing, and then I tell him it's time to go inside. The minute I say the word inside, and he flops back on the ground and just starts rolling on his belly like, nope. So I try to like kind of tug on his leash and say, hey, we're going inside now. And he'll like get up, move a few feet, drop down again. And then he does this little chatter thing to me, and it cracks me up, but it's annoying. This cat has so much personality and attitude, it's not even funny. Why are you being cranky at me? All right. We're making a little bit of progress. I'm not going to do this whole thing, but I just needed to get my scraps cleaned up, my patterns folded and put away. There that other one is. This is my, this is how well loved my patterns are. This is my PJ pants I make all the time, yeah. This is one of the ones I'm going to buy again and trace because it's dead pretty much. It's dying, but it's well loved. I mean, I make PJ pants every year for pretty much my whole family for Christmas. So this is, what is it? Number 150. So that is this one. Yep, this one. What flavor am I vaping? Currently, it is raspberry menthol. As soon as my Etsy money clears today, we're going to pick up more because I literally have almost nothing left. But it is raspberry menthol. I usually stick to kind of a few basic flavors. Oh, you gonna say hi? He's like, I'm gonna say hi. You gonna say hi to everyone? Goofball. I vape lemonade menthol, coconut menthol, raspberry menthol, or Newport Beach, which is kind of like a tobacco menthol flavor-ish. More on the menthol side of things. I'm a very big menthol person. I love menthol. If it doesn't have menthol in it, I can't smoke it. Bombed by the cat. Yeah, you're lucky he didn't just stop my stream accidentally. This is his attitude of, I want to go outside. Please let me outside. But he only goes outside with me because we do live in an apartment complex. Oh, kitty. Now you guys get to see his butt. Okay, please don't end my stream accidentally, dude. Okay? Look on the table. There we go. Oh, goodness sakes. Goodness sakes. That's my life, guys, with this cat. That is my life. You guys are actually sitting on my sewing chair right now, so you're sitting where I normally sew, but I'm facing that way usually. And I'll sit in my chair, and he'll just sit next to me, meow, 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 and then he'll like hop up in my lap while I'm sewing, and I'm like, dude, what if these people are allergic to cats? You can't be all over their stuff. Because normally I don't let him just hang over all the new fabrics. I do not let him sit on. He sits on the scraps once I'm done and all that. Why am I getting pings? All right. Okay, so I'm going to share this with you guys, if I can. It says, it's got a picture of a Bambino that says, boys don't grow up. Their diapers just get bigger and more expensive. Yeah, it's kind of true. All right, let's see here. Now I have to like move over to this pile over here. Well, not that basket, but. And put this pattern somewhere. Yeah, it is very true. Honestly, it's like that for some of us girls too. Sorry about the squawking. If you hear the bird, he's mad that I'm up here and he's downstairs. That is one downfall to my sewing room being upstairs now, is he used to sit with me and sew all the time. He would just sit on my shoulder while I sewed, and he loved it. And he gets so mad now. Jimmy, knock it off. He gets so mad now that he can't just be up here with me sewing. But maybe later, buddy. Ugh. Oh, I have so many things that I need to do here. Oh, boy. I found my seam ripper. Look at that. I've been missing my seam ripper for like a week. Yeah, that hasn't been fun. But this is like my personal bin of like Like I have actually this is orders. Some of these are orders. Some of them are like my personal ones that I've already got cut out. Like I have this diaper is amazingly awesome, and I just never finished it because right now I don't have enough fabric for the lining. But it's like this is a hidden PUL diaper with Doctor Who comic, and unfortunately, we bought this to make something for somebody, and I had just enough extra. I don't even know why. I think I bought it to try a diaper. I don't know. Either way, I didn't have enough to do a large size. She was a medium. So I haven't yet made it up because I'm going to be putting a lot of these ones for sale because, yes, Doctor Who I love. I have not seen every episode yet, but I've seen all of them from Eccleston to Capaldi. And I haven't watched the last episode or last 2 episodes of the Capaldi. And I'm particular. I don't pay attention to anything. Like, I don't look at spoilers for it because I want to watch it myself. But my roommate is also, she is very, very into Doctor Who. Her family is complete geeks when it comes to that. We're nerds. And Andrew's mother is also very much into Doctor Who, Harry Potter, things like that. I love Doctor Who and I love Star Trek. Like, those are my 2 favorite, like, sci-fi things. Unfortunately, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I don't mind the older ones, but I'm not really that fond of the newer ones, especially the Force Awakens. I know I'm horrible, but I don't. I am an 80s baby, so I am pretty diehard into the originals. Like, I like the originals, and if I'm going to sit down and watch Star Wars, I'll watch the originals. And I'll watch the prequels somewhat, but still, they're not as good. And with Doctor Who, love it to death. I need to go back and watch the old ones. I've seen clips of it here and there, and I might have seen one, but I really need to go back and watch it. I don't watch much TV. That's the thing. Back before I was sewing and stuff, I was doing a lot of TV watching. But I currently, like, during the day, my TV does not get turned on. The one that's sitting here, there it is. This is the other side of my sewing room, but you see the TV up. Where? There. That thing only gets turned on because I have my DVD player hooked up to it for my audiobooks. That gets turned on, and I listen to audiobooks like nonstop when I'm sewing. I've actually gone through. I'm on the 5th or 6th book in the series that I'm reading, and in the last probably 2 months, I've gone through like 4 of those. So yeah, it's that's my jam. That's how I get my books in now, as I just listen to them, and it gives me something to do while I'm sewing. Like, it helps me out, and yeah. But currently, I'm reading the Sword of Truth series. If you have never heard of it, it is a fantastic series by Terry Goodkind. Look it up. If you want a book series to read, it's literally like the initial series is like 12 books, but then there's prequels and sequels and spin-offs and things like that. So it's a fantastic series, and I absolutely love it. I only heard about this series, honestly, because they did a TV show of it called The Legend of the Secret. And I love the TV show, so my sister started reading the books. And at the time, we were in a very Christian household, and there was a lot of sex stuff in it, or a lot of sensual stuff in it. And we weren't allowed to continue reading it. But when I met Andrew, that is one of his favorite series. He reads it all the time. So I got back into it, and I started reading it again, and I was about halfway through the first book, when the seizures all happened, and I could not finish it, and it frustrated me to no end. And then I had a free month of Audible for a couple of different times, and I got one book, I bought one book, I bought the other book, and yeah, so now I'm up to, I think it's book 5 or 6, and I am hooked. I actually would love to own these, like the whole series. I have 3 of them on my tablet, and then the rest of them I've been getting from the library. Or no, I have 3 of them on my tablet, 1 on my computer. So yeah, I must be on book 6. And then I got the next 2 from the library, and I'm almost done. I think I have 4 discs left on the book I'm on right now. So I love it. If you want a good series to read, that is it. Ugh. Okay, my bag is officially too full for more garbage. So, me too. See, with the Star Trek thing, I actually grew up from, I think I was like 4 or 5, and every Saturday night when it aired, we'd watch it. So I started watching it during First Generation. Or Next Generation, I'm sorry. So I'm not hugely fond of the old ones because they're just so stinking hokey. But all the rest of them, I've watched every single Star Trek episode starting from Next Generation all the way through Enterprise. I started watching Discovery. I actually would really like to get back and watch Discovery again, but it was on somebody's Plex, and we're no longer friends with that person, and he took me off his Plex. So yeah. But seriously love Star Trek. I used to have the biggest crush on Riker. I actually, he looks a lot like my dad did when he was younger. Just the same type of look, the dark hair, the dark eyes, the dark hair and mustache and beard and all that. But I had the biggest crush on Riker for years. And I actually have a whole set of drawings. I did Data, Riker. Who else did I do? Data, Riker. I know I did several of the Star Trek characters. I forget. Unfortunately, I don't have them right now. I think my mom has them. But I did all that. I also did a bunch of Star Trek. I did Qui-Gon, I did young Anakin, I did older Anakin, I did Obi-Wan, I did Yoda, I did Padme as Queen Amidala. I did all those drawings. So when I was younger, I liked them, but now, I like Star Wars, but now it's more Star Trek. I've watched every episode. So, all right. So I've got my initial area cleaned up. That's good. Now it's time to sort and put away patterns. But as you guys can see in the corner, this is the sewing machine that I used for like a month while I waited for the money to get my new sewing machine. And this thing is from 1983. Granted, it's a freaking beast of a machine for it's a Kenmore, so it's a great machine. But it's so old at this point that it's really got some issues with it. And the main reason I stopped using it was because its stitches are so inconsistent in size. Hi, Obi. But its stitches were so inconsistent, it did not look professional at all. And I just needed a machine that could power through 10 layers of denim, no problem, which mine does. Is really cool. I know y'all probably aren't really interested in seeing my sewing machine and all that, but it's my baby. It has not been named yet. She still needs a name, and it is a girl. I've discovered that it is a girl, but she does not have a name yet. So any suggestions? I don't like, like derpy ones usually. Like nothing like Zoe or Susie the sewing machine or anything. No. I'm funny about my machines when it comes to that, but yeah. This is her dust cover. I honestly should put it on more, but I don't. Happy to see you. Yeah, Obi, I've been not up to live streams a lot lately. I need to be. I also just feel like I don't do very many interesting things during my streams. I'm cleaning my sewing room. It's not that interesting to those of you who don't sew necessarily. I like doing it. But, okay, this thing, every time a message gets sent to me, it, leaps out for a minute. So if I don't answer you right away, that's why. And I have a teeny bit of elastic that's not real. Dang it, I put my bag up. Crap. Oh, trash pile. Okay, come back, you stupid. There we go. Right, got to go. Glad to see things are looking up. Catch you later. See ya, James. Have a good day. I will be here. But yeah. So guys, those of you in here, those of you who are watching this later, I need some video suggestions. I really wanted to be able to review some shops, but I've just not had the money to make any purchases or anything like that. So I haven't been able to do many reviews lately. But what are some ideas of videos, kind of either redoing an old video type thing, talking about it, you know, now that it's later on in life, or like new topics, like what's something you guys would like to see? Like I can do an updated Q&A, but I mean, I haven't done a Q&A in several years, but you know, what's something that y'all would like to see? And there I go with my Southern talk. Y'all would like to see coming up here. I really want to do, like, I would love to get some stuff from like Little Kink Boutique and things like that to try, but I have to have the money. And unfortunately, life comes first. You know, maybe next time I get a deposit from YouTube, I'll do something like that. I should be getting one before too long. But maybe next time I'll do I'm going to see if I can take that money and use that for, you know, like toward YouTube. But I can move that over. More garbage everywhere. Oh, I broke that. That's a bummer. That was the one that was not broken. I did this years ago. I made like little keychain shoes. Had a diaper cover. Oh, so cute. Had a diaper cover. Oh, you had one of Little Kink Boutiques. I'm not sure. Explain what you mean by that. But I've never purchased from Little Kink Boutique. I've talked to a lot of people who have and who absolutely love their shop. But oh, this needs to go in here. We have thread everywhere right now. Yes, okay. But yeah, like, is there a particular product that I make on my Etsy shop that you guys want to see or something like that? I can do if I have it. Even though it's like up on my Etsy shop, I don't have all those things. I don't have, I mean, for myself, I don't have all those things. Like one of my buddies actually has been the, whoa, that's hot glue. One of my buddies was actually like the person that initially contacted me. When I did a review on, I want to see what you like about it. Oh, okay. Did you do a YouTube video of it? Do I follow your YouTube? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, you did. Okay. I'll have to look that up because I don't know if I've seen yours or not. I've seen a few Little Kink Boutique stuff, but main place I've seen it is like Mid-America Little. I believe he's an ambassador for them or something like that. So, okay, I'll have to go look at your channel. Yeah, I'm getting closer to the area where he thinks I'm going to be sewing, so he wants to sit with me. But okay. So I guess I should do like a little kind of sewing room tour. I do need to do a nursery tour at some point. But there's something that Daddy wants to make for me that I'd kind of like to wait. And I don't have my nursery colors. And I mean, like I have my nursery colors and everything, but I don't have the, like everything that I want made yet. Because I want to do curtains. I want to do a bed, blanket from a bed. I've done sheets and pillowcase and a new blankie, but that's about it. So I really kind of wanted to wait to do that till I had it set up more. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do it sooner. We'll see. So this is, those of you who I'm putting my patterns are always in this drawer, and then the one right next to it on the other side, because not everything fits in one drawer. But, get up, and this cat he's going in the drawers, and he needs to stop it. You stay out of the drawers. He loves to play in my sewing stuff. Hey, get out. Get out. Your bed is right here. Go sit in your bed. Come on. There you go. No, not the bed? Oh, okay. This one can go. No, go in that drawer. This one in that drawer. Well, no, that one fits in this drawer. And this one can go in that drawer. Mew, mew, mew. Yes, he does that a lot. I have a very talkative kitty. So. I'll take care of it later. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. 1, 5, 4, 4. Oh, yes, I do. Just going in the garbage. I don't use that piece. So. But yeah, definitely. Any ideas I'm up for, like if there's a question you have regarding incontinence or ABDL, definitely put it like in a comment of something so that I can see like what you guys would like to see coming out. Because I'm kind of at a standstill at the moment. Like I'm just like, okay, where do I go next? Like I've reviewed most of the diapers. I'm waiting to review the ABU or the Peekaboo from ABU because they are out of stock of my size. Like everything else. It's so frustrating. But once they're back in stock, hopefully here in the next couple months, I will be reviewing them. I'll have to see if they have sample packs of those. See if ABU is willing to send some or something like that. Okay, so this is what's frustrating about this little kitty. So I have his bed right next to me, right? And he's laying over there. I just need to bring his bed back downstairs because he doesn't even give a shit. He doesn't care. He almost never sits in that bed. Like, I have to, be like, dude, go in your bed. But, yeah. So, all right, let's see. Cat mad at you. He's not mad at me. He just wants to go outside really bad. Really, really bad. And I don't really want to go out right now because it's hot. I mean, it was like 90, or it was like 80 something when I checked it, and it's supposed to get up to like 93. That's before heat index, though. But meow, meow. Dealing with bowel incontinence in public. Cerebral palsy and it sucks to deal. That's a good one. Don't have a crap ton of experience with that because I have mostly control and I've only had a couple of accidents. In one time did I poop while I was in the store. The other times have been like I go out to the car and all of a sudden it lets loose. So, but that I don't have a ton of experience in, but I would definitely do what I can. So, and I've been meaning to, okay, so with me, I don't really carry a purse very often. I kind of leave it in my car. I'm really bad about this. You'd think somebody that hasn't gotten into issues would not be so bad about this, but I hate carrying a purse or a bag. Or it's just, So, I'll pack everything in my bag and I leave it in my car and then I'm screwed if something happens. I'm bad though. I don't even pack an extra set of clothes or anything like that. It's I'm really bad, but I should do great things to carry with you if you're incontinent. What I did used to pack in a bag and things like that. But yes, I don't know, but definitely leave in the comments of this video or something, some of the ideas. And, I'll definitely see what I can do. I definitely want to do a Q&A soon. So I'll probably post a video about that or something soon. Because I do want to do an updated Q&A. And I may, oh, come on, you silly thing. Yeah, I'm bad. Because a lot of, I have periods where I don't leak and I've gotten to the point where I really don't leak anymore, and I kind of can gauge, okay, will I need a diaper for this outing? Like, if we're just going to be out for an hour and I'm in a fairly dry diaper, I'm not going to bring anything with me. But if we're going, like when we go to a friend's house or something that we're going to be there for several hours, what do I do with that type of thing? That's another one I could do. Like, not just in public, but like if you're going to a friend's house, how do I deal with diapers? Because like I really only go to two people's houses, my in-laws' house and a friend's house, and they both know about the diapers, so it's not that big a deal. But I'll kind of explain what I do if I'm in, like, going to somebody's house or something. That's a good one. I'll have to write that down. But yeah. So, all right. It's food time for me. So I am going to probably get off of here and get some food going. Probably some SpaghettiOs, because that's what I've got for lunch. But yeah, definitely in the comment when this video goes live, it'll be probably, I don't know if it goes live right away, or not live, but uploaded and stuff. But it definitely comment or something like that on what some video suggestions, because I'm kind of at a loss right now what to do without reviews. But yeah. So I am going to head out, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today and keeping me company while I slowly cleaned my room. And I will probably see y'all Friday. If I haven't uploaded the video that I was talking about earlier, I'm definitely going to upload that one, because I did record it. But it goes more into depth than what I went in depth with today. But it's a long one. So I haven't uploaded it yet just because it is really long. But yeah, so I will see you all on Friday. Thank you all who tuned in today. A lot of my regulars, and it's great to see you guys. And one of these days I am going to start announcing when I do live streams. But it's just kind of a random thing for me. But now that I kind of know more of my schedule of like when people are home and when people are not home, it's easier. So definitely be sure to share the video and all that stuff. Thank you for all the thumbs ups I've gotten from y'all. And seriously, I hit over 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, I kind of missed it. Like, I don't pay attention to my subscriber count very often because it's so slow. But yes, I do have a Twitter. I believe, let me look it up, because I think it's, let me see here. Twitter. Yeah, it's at BinkyGirl86 is my Twitter. And always, my Twitter link is always in the description of every video, I believe. But yes, I do have a Twitter. I do have Instagram. I do not post on Instagram very often, and I don't post a ton on Twitter. I'm working on it, but they're definitely not my favorite platform. But I do have Twitter. All the links should be in the description of every video. But yeah, it's at BinkyGirl86, my birth year. So yeah. But there's Twitter. I don't know what else is on there. I haven't looked at my upload links in a while, but I know Twitter's up there. So, and Etsy, and I think my Facebook group or my Facebook page is up there, my art page and all that. So definitely go ahead and check those out, guys. So I will see you all on Friday. Bye-bye. And I'll try to end this.